Hi, welcome Rachel,
Thank you.
Master NLP practitioner and Master Breakthrough Coach.
I know, I'm very proud.
Oh, super. So
Yeah.
you've just completed our Master training course. And Rachel, do you want to introduce yourself? Let everyone know who you are and what you do.
Yeah, so I'm a self-belief coach and success strategist, and I tend to work with women who are stepping up to be leaders, who want to create change in their own little worlds and audiences. So that lovely ripple effect of I can help them in their lives, and then they can go on and help other women in their lives, in their audiences. So I'm a little bit like a Nanny McPhee. I'm gonna be around and believe in them until they're ready to believe in themselves. So I tend to work with women in the early stage of their businesses through to like starting to really up level. So yeah, that's what I do. And I use NLP and timeline therapy and hypnotherapy and all of the tools that I've learned from you to sort of create happier lives, really.
That's amazing. And the work that you do is incredible. I see you all the time posting about your testimonials and the work that you're doing. So it's really lovely to
Thank
see.
you.
So you've just completed the Master training course. Wow. How did it, like, what are your feelings now and thoughts after you've gone through it?
Um, it was intense. It was definitely intense, a really intense period of learning, but just lovely. I absolutely love the way that you deliver things. I love being part of like a team where you all arrive a bit nervous on the first day, and then by the end of it you've made such lovely connections and real friendships with people. I think when you have that like vulnerability during the week while you're training, feeling a bit incompetent at some of the techniques to then feeling more confident by the end, it's just a really lovely, for me, a really lovely way of meeting new people and going on this like journey together from the beginning of the week to the end of the week, and yeah, making those connections with people that's through you. So it was, some things were very difficult. I wasn't expecting some of the things to be quite so challenging, but also at the same time I was able to see how far I've come since practitioner, which was only in January. So it made me realize how many things had really embedded, that I was like, oh yeah, I can see how this is like building on this, and I just feel really excited to go and use it and like help people. So yeah, thank you.
That's amazing. And we're now in July, so you've done practitioner January, July, master. And I
Yeah.
love that because a lot of people say to me, well, do you think I should like wait and practice what I've learned at practitioner, or do you think I should just do it? And I always say, like, genuinely, I think you should just do it because
Mm.
I think you said this before actually, like when you're learning practitioner techniques, the master practitioner really does build upon all of them and give you a whole new perspective on it all.
Yeah,
What would your thoughts be on that?
yeah, 100%. So when I was going through practitioner as the self-study, so I did the self-study bit, I'd actually completed it before I then did the live accelerate with you, and it was like, oh, you're hearing it for sort of the third time, you're thinking, oh yeah, okay, I'm getting this now. So by the time you're then doing master and you're recapping a little bit and then building on it, you're like, oh, that makes sense now. Like I was, some of the questions you have at practitioner level just become so much clearer at master. I found you're like, now I understand why you do that and this, and I think for me, because I have been using it daily for the last like 6 months or so, it was really nice to now like almost have that permission from you to be like, you can make it your own. Whereas I think before, when you're just a practitioner, you are very like reliant on your scripts and things like that. I think I really like the fact that when you've gone then through the masters, you're like, I feel brave enough now to kind of go it alone a little bit. So yeah, I love the way that the progression feels to me. I've really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the whole course.
Yeah, yeah, and it really is that, like, taking it and making it your own, isn't it?
Mm.
And, you know, practitioner, you have to understand the process of things, the way things work and why they work. Whereas at master practitioner, you already know that now. So now we can take it and really, really kind of flow into what it is that you do and how you work. So that was
Yeah.
lovely. So what would you say after doing the week, having experienced the master coaching yourself and being delivering it for the other students, what would you say has been your biggest takeaway?
Oh gosh, there were loads. Um, do you know what? That's really difficult. I feel really just like peaceful with it. I really, really, really loved the values. The values in at master level was just like really, really interesting. I really loved that aspect. I can't wait to go and now use that and do it. The whole process around moving. I know that I didn't need to have any of my values moved, but I think that that's, after this pandemic, it's a big thing for people, and people are not realizing why they're feeling so out of kilter, or they might, if they're using the words like alignment, they don't know why they're feeling the way that they're feeling. So that for me was my biggest takeaway, and like the thing that I am super excited to go and like implement and use with people, because I just think right now that for me feels really topical. It feels like something that people are really publicly struggling with, and well, they certainly are in my little world, but yeah, it's just lovely. I love being able to practice the techniques with people, and it's really nice to experience them, because then you know how your client might potentially feel. So yeah, just really enjoyed it. Your biggest cheerleader, Becky.
I always feel like I need some pom-poms when I'm doing these calls. Like I always just want to be like, just help.
That's lovely.
You know, and it's funny because as we were getting through the week at Master Practitioner especially, I felt like everyone was like, Becky, I have no more problems, leave me alone.
Yeah, I forgot about that actually, because I think at the beginning of the week we could all sort of think of things, and then by the end of the week you're like really clutching at scrolling on my phone. Like I think everybody felt quite zen. They were all quite chilled out, especially after doing I'd just done the hypnotherapy with you like the week before, so I was already feeling quite chilled. I was like, yeah, I can't actually think of anything else that I need to get rid of, which I hadn't actually realized until you just said, because everyone was the same. They were like, we've dealt with everything now, Becky, we've got no problems left. So yeah, people should just do it for that, really.
Yeah.
Deal with all their
I
own.
was like, come on, we need some problems because we need to practice.
Yeah,
Problems.
yeah, that was funny actually.
Brilliant. Okay, brilliant. If there was someone on the fence thinking about doing the master course but wasn't quite sure about it, what would your suggestion be?
Oh, literally just do it. Like, just invest in yourself. Like, that's the thing. You've got these skills now for life, and even conversations that I have with like friends, or I might be having a conversation with my husband. He's like, "You're doing that coachy thing on me, aren't you?" You're just natural questioning and curiosity about the world and how you see things. You just see things like completely differently. And I think you've got that then forever. You know, you can self-study, you can work through it. You don't have to do the you don't have to do things the way that I've done them in that like quick succession, but it's just the way that I wanted to do it, because I was like, I want to know it all now so I can now use it forever, rather than sort of dragging it out and thinking, shouldn't I? If you've loved Practitioner, just do the masters, because it's a game changer. I've really enjoyed it.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.